Hello, all, and welcome back to HighPriest Reacts to RWBY, the Volume 8 trailer. Alrighty. Saw the first 3 seconds of it, load again. But, that's literally just what we got. What I know so far, before I ducked out of the RWBY community, but I know this takes place immediately after the end of last season. And I will repeat, I'm one of the people who's in the camp that because of the clusterfuck the thing happened, and because everything established in the show about Salem and her capabilities says the heroes are fucked, Atlas is doomed, and the only real and the best outcome I'm seeing for this is the heroes recovering the relics, gathering a bunch of, managing to recover relics, and then fleeing with a small fleet of survivors to, the one place they haven't gone to yet, the place Shade is in. I can't remember the name of it at the moment. It's not Atlas Haven, I think it's called. No, Haven was the Academy in Mistral. What? I'm briefly forgetting where Sun is originally from, and where the books that Team Coffee are about Team Coffee are taking place in. No, I haven't read those, but I've gotten the basics of the story from other people. They don't really sound that appealing to me. I might eventually read them, but that's a side thing. That's where I see this going down. I don't see any way of beating Salem here. The best case scenario I see, one of the parts of the best case scenario I saw is that Ironwood snapping out of his dip into insanity, PTSD-induced insanity, handing the group the relic, getting as much people off Atlas as he can, and then crashing Atlas into the fucking whale to kill it, and wipe out a chunk of her army. She'll survive because she's immortal, and she'll still have a fuck-off huge army against a Mantle who is not in a position to defend against that. There's no way they're getting that. At least maybe they will find a way, and I have no doubt the writers will make me believe it. But none of the fucking other fans have been able to convince me that there's any realistic way that they'll be able to get that tower working enough to get calls for help and shit. The way if I understand, the season is taking place over the entire civil week of not even was it a week or a day or something like that? Basically, shit's fucked. I think this is going to be a longer than average season or a shorter than average. I can't remember which. That's the things I know, and my opinion on how it things. Let's watch it so this will shape my opinion further.
This game is not yours to win. It's mine.
Yep, she's got the relic, which means she's got the question.
All you yourself with is your ability to act when I tell you to.
Without you, I am nothing. Atlas is only Salem's current target. Once she's done here, she'll move on to the rest of Remnant.
There are people here who need us right now.
We need to warn them.
Let's go for both. Get Amity up and running and evacuate Mantle.
Salem will destroy Atlas, and with it, any hope humanity has left.
Don't you hurt Penny. Don't you hurt Penny. That's my feeling right now. Don't you hurt Penny.
I have questions for you. But first I need the one who can show me how. Bring him to me.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Show. Oh, she doesn't know how to use it. It's actually very easy to use it, as shown by RWBY, but apparently Salem, doesn't know how to use it. That makes things a little bit easier. But yeah, no, like, the characters are shooting for sky, not, pie in the sky, whatever the correct way of saying that, dreams here. Let's get that thing that we, have no way of completing, and evacuate the people from Atlas. Before this fuck-off huge army wipes everybody the fuck out. Yeah. I mean, at least it shows clearly that there's no way they're actually winning this battle. They're fleeing. Atlas will be destroyed no matter what. The way I repeat, they'll end up having to choose rescuing Atlas, sacrificing the tower, and the warning, and they will be fleeing with one or two of the relics. Penny, oh boy, to to Shade in the last kingdom they haven't been to. Though I'm still convinced this is all going to end by returning to where it all started, Beacon and Vale. And we'll get the next stage of the battle there. But, especially because, she's still searching for the relic there, and Osmond hit that one especially well. Like, I'm not gonna say Ironwood didn't do something fucked up at the end there. I defended him right up until he shot him, and even then my defenses were... He clearly snapped, but this could have been avoided if, he could have been talked down, because every time he's been on one of those moments where he was starting to go crazy, Team RWBY was able to talk him down. That's what a lot of people who give him shit was. He could be talked down. He could be reasoned with and brought back to a saner conclusion. And then, because they withheld the information from him, which I will not be convinced. I'm not convinced was the correct decision, and it's very much, at least not with their decision that Osmond believed that Osmond was wrong to do it. I do think that in this case was what he was planning on doing. There's no way of stopping him from doing his particular tell the world about Salem plan. It was the wrong decision not to tell him, because it was the only way to stop him from doing that. But also, Yang and Blake straight up went behind his fucking back. There's no world where that's not a betrayal to trust. What Yang and Blake did. You could argue that what they did was right. I'm not convinced. But then I'm also not completely, the biggest fan of, Robin Hill. Not as much as wrong with other people, but also, I don't think she's the greatest decision maker. She seems to be rather rash. Like, do I need to bring up the back? The first thing we do when we actually see her in the series is she's trying to break into a military, transport with, even though she's trying to run for council. This is after Schnee, did what he did. She was going to do something that would have absolutely ruined her chances as actually winning that thing. Even without the douchebag hacker's help. She's not exactly a bastion of decision making herself, is what I'm saying. But yeah, I am definitely looking forward to this season either way. And if the writers manage to pull off what I don't think is possible, well, then that's then good on them. My arguments are never about this. I never with the writers. They're with the other fans because they don't know the world as well as the writers, and as such, the writers are better able to at coming up with convincing reasons. It's a lot like how when we finally got explained how horror works, with the having to be turned on and off thing, that there were hints at this. The writers didn't do a good job for a long while of actually making it obvious, but there were hints at this. And lots of people had come to the conclusion that this is how horror works, but none of them ever actually used the hints actually in the show to prove that. And they always used arguments that were nonsensical and had little to no evidence. There was actual evidence, but everyone, including myself, missed it. Yeah. Until afterwards. But, yeah. I can't wait. So that will, yeah. Go ahead and sign everything out. For Hour Plus. See you all next time.